Ciao Alex, ciao Pecco, ciao Rockway, come state? Ciao Jacopo lo Zuppone, ciao Benedetta, ciao Pepotto, ciao Peco, ciao Alejo, Alejandro immagino, ciao I'm Nobby, come state? Tutto bene? Ciao Giosefina, grazie Alex. Guarda, li avevo proprio davanti, pensa a te, i samples. Alcuni sono proprio presi da sample, vinyl samples che avevamo fatto, cioè che avevo comprato ancora ad Amoeba Records, qui diversi anni fa a Los Angeles su Sunset, prima che, tra l'altro oggi, la settimana scorsa è stato annunciato che Amoeba non riaprirà più nella sede su Sunset, si sposteranno su Hollywood Boulevard. Perciò alcuni di questi campioni sono presi da dei vinili che avevo comprato lì e si sente, tipo queste cose qui. Volevo chiedervi, ciao Vladimiro, volevo chiedervi anche una cosa. Avete per caso, perché non ho avuto solo una o due persone che mi hanno detto che non hanno capito come caricare i preset di lunedì dentro, per esempio, Ozone. Avete capito? Immagino che sono preset che li abbiamo fatti apposta, che si carichino da dentro l'interfaccia di Ozone, cioè dal plugin stesso, non dal DAW che avete, in modo che siano totalmente compatibili con tutti i DAW. Però questo magari crea un problema un po' superiore al solito per quanto riguarda di copiare nelle cartelle. Per questo Patrizio sta facendo un video che vi spiega meglio. Però, visto che ho ricevuto solo due, ho visto che l'avete scaricato in 150 o di più, addirittura 156, un numero così, e non ho visto gente che mi ha scritto in DM, a parte appunto due persone. Magari volevo chiedere a voi se avete avuto dei problemi, fatemeli sapere. Cerchiamo sempre di migliorare, ovviamente in queste cose non siamo dei grandi esperti, capiamo dopo gli errori come tutti, perciò faremo un video in cui, e magari anche un file di testo in cui vi dice esattamente la cartella a seconda che abbiate PC o Mac dove mettere i plugin. Ok, detto questo, novità della giornata sono che finalmente è arrivato il mitico Wave State, bellissimo. Faccio sentire due note. C'era un preset bellissimo di archi, anche questo è carino. È carino. E c'era anche un preset bellissimo di archi, di pad di archi bellissimo. Vediamo se lo trovo al volo. Anche questo era bello. Classici suoni di Wavetable, del Wave Station. Molto bello. C'era un suono, quello che continuo a dirvi. Allora, a questo punto vado qui, eccolo qui, forse questo. No, c'era un preso bellissimo, me lo sarei dovuto preparare. Andrea, quell'analizzatore è un piccolo RTW MM3, si chiama RTW MM3, ed è basato sui loro software più grande, diciamo sul loro analizzatore più grande, il TM9 e il TM7, una versione piccola che però è interessante, che ha lo swipe, so you can swipe and see different presets, sì? Sto cominciando ad abituarmi perché avremo un ospite americano. Sposto, vedete, carica e... Ciao Hitomi, certo sì, è attivo ed è musica@canova.pro. Lo scrivo ancora, musica, lo scrivo qui, @canova.pro. Ok ragazzi, altre novità sono che, cosa volevo dirvi? Una cosa, software. Cioè ho comprato, li avete visti forse nelle mie storie, diversi plugin che non avevo mai comprato, tipo il Dyna One. Ve lo consiglio, è un po' costoso, ma ve lo consiglio altamente. Ciao Gareth, how are you? Those sounds are from WaveState, the new Korg, based on the WaveStation engine. E perciò dicevo che Dyna One è bellissimo, della Lipwing, ed è una specie di multibanda con filtri lineari e che può lavorare in parallelo. E in poche parole è un po' come il vecchio MD4 della TC Electronic, dove alzava dal basso, diciamo. E perciò in qualche modo aumenta la qualità, la definizione delle cose che sono basse a livello di volume. Mi ha sorpreso, molto bello, molto naturale. Love the family, likewise Gareth. E poi ho preso un plugin consigliato da Dave, pensato, che è Perfect Room della Denise, super cheap, costerà $20, $30, un po' per i riverberi alla Travis Scott, come di solito si usa Valhalla Vintage Reverb, un plugin molto cheap come suono, ma in senso buono. I background vocals tipici dell'hip hop messi qua dentro suonano molto bene. La stessa Denise, stessa software house, ha fatto anche questo plugin che si chiama God Mode, che è interessante, è un distorsore. Ecco, ovviamente non l'ho comprato, cioè, in realtà l'ho comprato, non l'ho autorizzato, non so perché, ve lo faccio vedere comunque così velocemente. È un plugin che permette di distorcere per frequenza, perciò ogni frequenza tra l'altro può avere un tipo di distorsione diversa. Molto molto, ciao Vincenzo, sei arrivato, molto 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 interessante. E un altro plugin ancora che ho, forse ve l'avevo già fatto vedere, è l'Unisum, molto interessante anche questo, un compressore da master bass con tantissime opzioni avanzate qui su Edit Style, perciò su Edit Style avete un sacco di opzioni collegate sia alle varie bande, allo split delle bande, del multibanda, e sia ad attacco e release e a modificatori di attacco e release, anche in base all'inviluppo. Molto 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 interessante Unisum. Detto questo, io direi che facciamo entrare Tim, che è stato carino ogni 2 settimane a fare questo appuntamento con noi. Vediamo se è già online e lo coinvolgiamo subito. Un secondo solo che non so perché ho la mia tastiera su. Ora come si fa? Eccoci qua. Vediamo un attimo. Eccomi qua. Ogni tanto go live with Tim, ma non lo vedo. Questa è la settimana ecco, l'ho visto per un secondo. No, scusate, non lo vedo. Va bene, gli scrivo, anche se ci siamo scritti un secondo fa. Gli scrivo subito. Problemi della diretta. Intanto vi rispondo a qualche domanda, vi guardo. Where are the sound? Te l'ho già risposto. Il miglior saturatore Lazy Backs. Non c'è un miglior saturatore, ce ne sono veramente tanti. Magari facciamo proprio un video dedicato totalmente ai plugin di saturazione. No, non lo vedo, Tim. Vabbè, lo vedremo dopo, dai, vediamo quando si collegherà, lo vedremo. Allora, vi parlo un po' di quello che io penso che sia figo a livello di saturazione. Ve lo faccio anche vedere. Apro il mio Harmonic, che come vedete è abbastanza pieno. Allora, direi innanzitutto i nuovi Waves, compresi tutta la serie MDMX e anche il Saturator, sono tutti molto interessanti. Sono così nuovi che non ho una grande esperienza di lavoro con ognuno, perciò ogni volta che li apro sono stupito da un parametro diverso, da qualcosa che non avevo capito prima, non avevo visto prima. Per esempio, una cosa che non ho capito bene dell'Abbey Road Saturator è che non ho trovato un parallelo. Mi sembra che non abbia il parallelo, questa è l'unica. Ah no, eccolo qua, di fronte a me in grande mix. Cioè più grande di così non lo potevano fare. L'altro giorno l'ho usato, mi piaceva molto su una chitarra e non trovavo il parallelo. Eccolo qui il parallelo. Questo perciò bello, l'ho usato quando ho bisogno più di un colore e non di una saturazione devastante, mentre tutta la serie MDMX, questa, perciò sia il, come si chiama, il fuzz, sia quello che è più il, come il pedale, oddio, come si chiama, il pedale da chitarra, intendo dire, lo screamer, eccolo qui, e sia il terzo MDMX che è, e non me lo ricordo più il nome, è l'Overdrive, che è questo qui. Tutti e tre hanno, sentite come già, non so se sentite le casse, si sente già un livello di distorsione. Tutti e tre hanno diversi gradi di, diciamo, di distorsione e di emulazione di distorsioni che esistono poi, come si dice, in natura, nell'hardware. Allora, Berserk pure anche questo della Waves, questo ancora più creativo e soprattutto distruttivo. Chiama Simon nel frattempo. Sempre fa parte della Waves, sempre del loro pacchetto di distorsioni. Se vogliamo toglierci dalla... Ovviamente poi di questi possono essere istanziati tutti nel nuovo multibanda rack della Waves, che può appunto in ogni banda caricare un distorsore diverso, cosa molto molto interessante. Ma non mi dilungo su quello e vado a farvi vedere altri suoni, altri atipici plugin di distorsione che uso spesso. Vabbè, partiamo dal basic, Decapitator ovviamente sempre. Tuttora, dopo tanti anni, un plugin fondamentale, nel senso che solo la, come si posso dire, solo la differenza di un sottile drive dato dall'algoritmo normale o dallo stesso drive dato con l'algoritmo punish attivato, già quello vi dà e i 5 emulazioni diverse di tipi di distorsioni diverse che dipendono poi, insomma, Neve, eccetera, eccetera, i stili, il pentode, triode, tutti i vari tipi di distorsione. Solo questo vi dà una palette sonora che è veramente grandissima. Unite questo al controllo di tono, al low cut, high cut e il fatto di poter fare mixing, parallel mixing, è un plugin che tuttora è attuale. Un altro plugin che uso spessissimo come distorsione e saturazione è il Destructor della Blue Cat. Questo è un plugin forse conosciuto meno, ma che innanzitutto la libreria di preset interna è eccezionale ed è divisa benissimo a seconda di cosa vogliate fare, ma io raccomando Total Destruction. Questo menu finale Total Destruction ha un sacco di distorsioni estremissime che su sintetizzatori, su synth bass o comunque su suoni che sono un pochino morti, usato poi in parallelo, usato insomma tweakando il preset, vi dà una possibilità creativa incredibile. La distorsione non è poi, insomma, al giorno d'oggi non è usata poi puramente solo come distorsione, ma è anche come colore e come possibilità di far uscire un suono all'interno di un mix che è magari già molto crowded, già molto pieno di tanti layer sonori diversi. Distractor tante volte serve o in parallelo o semplicemente su un suono poco riconoscibile a farlo saltare fuori veramente di brutto. Perciò mi piace sempre, ancora tantissimo. Cerco un'altra cosa che uso sempre, vabbè, l'avete visto in quasi tutti i miei live, il black box, avevo l'hardware, adesso uso solo il plugin Alliance, ricreazione del analog design black box, con anche delle funzioni che nemmeno l'hardware originale ha, perciò con il parallelo qui, con il mix qui ovviamente, con la density e l'input, possibilità insomma di modificare quanto segnale entra, l'input e il parallelo, e insomma fondamentale per me come processamento parallelo di tante cose. Basso, per distorcere leggermente il basso. Alex, parli di questo? Sì, è usato più come calore che distorsione pura, può essere anche usato come distorsione pura ad esempio su delle voci, usato con pentodo e triodo al massimo e ovviamente regolando il livello di ingresso nel send, può essere un bellissimo distorsore per le voci da tenere in parallelo. Invece usato in maniera molto più, come posso dire, tradizionale, ad esempio sul basso, puntando la frequenza di distorsione più sulle basse, usando... Tim Prs è arrivato, Tim, aspetta che intanto lo tiro dentro. È usato sulle basse frequenze, è fantastico per il basso, usato poi in mix, lo scalda di brutto e su speaker più piccoli funziona benissimo, nel senso che su un iPhone, una volta che la vostra 808 è processata, è entrata in parallelo su questo, puntando sulle basse, usando magari anche l'alternative tube qui, poco, noterete che uscirà molto di più. Ho visto Tim per un secondo, eccolo, Tim. Trying to get you in, Tim. Here we are. Hey.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How are you?
I'm excellent.
How's your day going?
It's good so far. I got up early and I've already opened up a session.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to interview Phil X today. Do you know Phil X?
Yeah, I know Phil X. Wow. Yeah. That is great.
Yeah.
do you have like some news since the last 15 days, like gear wise or guitar wise?
Well, I've been actually, let me think about this. I've been enjoying this really easy to play new PRS.
Wow.
That Paul gave me. It's just.
Can I tell you something, Tim?
Yes.
I love PRS guitar, and I don't know why I sold mine like a couple of years ago. I don't even, because I know why, because I'm not a guitar player. So sometimes you can't justify owning 15 guitars if you don't play that instrument, you know. But that guitar that I had, I don't know if you remember it. It was beautifully made, incredibly made, and it was so easy to play that I could actually play a guitar.
Right.
You know? And I was talking with my crowd about things that you really miss that you sold in the past. And one for me, from my past is the SP1200 from Emu, that drum machine sampler that I really miss for the grittiness of the converters and everything. But one thing is that wonderful PRS.
It's not really a problem because every year his guitars get better. Yeah. So if you get a guitar from him next year, it's going to be the best guitar he's ever made. And also the consistency, they're all great. I mean, that's the thing. I've been to the factory, so you shouldn't have any regrets about that. The next one you get will be even better. And the factory is actually, he's paying all of his employees. He's got 350 employees. They're all being paid.
Wow.
And he's hoping he can open up the factory again on May 15th. And I believe he can, because I've been to that factory and it's so huge that they're very far apart from each other anyway. They already actually wear masks, a lot of them. So I think he'll be able to open up on May 15th and get back to work. But I love when I hear that people can pay their people during this time. And he's one of those guys. Everybody's being paid. So
everyone
really awesome.
Should know, actually. Everyone should know that, because there's also the opposite. There's also big companies that are actually real. I mean, I understand if you already have, problems, but a lot of big companies are relying on state help, to pay the salaries of their employees, which, I mean, it depends, I love to hear that about, PRS. And also that speaks volume about his ethic, which already you see when you touch a guitar, because listen, there's no reason anymore to think that a PRS is any worse, even like, in a legendary way, of a Fender or a Gibson. I think it's actually maybe a little bit better, in some way, because he was able to come out as one of the biggest manufacturer after like 50, 60 years of dominance of Fender and Gibson. So how hard is that? It's like, you want to do a new analog polyphonic synthesizer after Roland, Yamaha, Core, everyone, it has to be great, to.
Yeah, it's amazing what he did. After Gibson and Fender, he was the biggest electric guitar maker. The only company that beats all of them is Taylor. They make so many acoustic guitars. I forget what the number is.
Oh, wow.
But they're an acoustic guitar maker, but they sell I forget the numbers, like 50,000 guitars a month or something. It's crazy. But Paul's a real success story, and he took out loans You know, I think they're low interest loans, but he took out loans to pay for this. So it's just his debt is bigger, but he took care of everybody, and they'll be back to work. That factory is amazing, and it's huge, and they'll be able to work at a distance from each other. And they already wear masks, a lot of them, so it'll be great. But yeah, I love the guitars. They've gotten better over time. And for me, doing records, there was always kind of an emphasis on having the right old Fender or the right old Gibson or the right old Gretsch. I love those guitars. I still do. But now, in this day and age, people don't care as much. It's more, what sound are you providing? Like, if I can give you the sound, let me turn this up a little bit. If you hear that and you like that,
please play some more. Do whatever you want. So great.
Yeah, this guitar is really easy to play.
Not for me like you. If I try, I bet I'm not gonna do the same. But
for you, I mean, I could see you doing one of your parts, you know.
Yeah. Sounds great.
You know, the kind of parts you and I do that serve the song, that's what you're talking about. And yeah, I bet if you pick up a PRS, you can get around it.
Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful sound, this one. Yeah. I mean, I want to tell you something. You probably know it already, but I want to give you back something. So Eventide just came out yesterday. You probably know, with the micro pitch by Eventide.
I saw the email. Yes.
And I got it, and it sounds great. Also, they came out with the Crash Station. You probably know that too.
No, what's that?
The week before. So it's part of their new line called H9 plugins. Basically, they're coming out with plugins that comes out from the algorithm of the H9, which we both love and use, actually.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool because you can now have those plugins inside your Pro Tools, you know. And Crash Station is one of the best distortion I've ever experienced. There's a knob called Grit, which is probably it's also in the H9, you know, that knob, but gives that, you know, I know, undefinable, you know, grittiness, low-end grittiness added to the distortion that we always seek, you know, when we tailor, you know, a guitar, because typically it's easy to go towards the mid-high frequencies and very screamy, but that kind of growl, you know, that knob does it. So check them out, you know, Crash Station and Micro Pitch, you know, great. You know.
I will. I mean, they're one of my favorite companies. The H9 has so much.
Do you still own what? Do you still own the? I remember you had the Eventide. What's the name? The one you the one rack.
Well,
unit.
I still have the H3000, which was what we all depended on back in the day. The H3000 was, and all its iterations, we all depended on that. I have a gray one. I love it, but it doesn't sound hi-fi. It's not the full bit rate, and that's actually kind of a good thing about it. It's not as pristine as what I do have, which is my 3.
Exactly. That's what.
3 Eclipses.
Not 1, not 2, but 3.
Yeah, I kind of went crazy on those, and I love them. I use them for different presets. The other 2 are off right now, but right now I just have a stereo delay up. But yeah, I love those devices.
What about, I mean, I understand that probably during COVID, it's not the greatest time and to acquire new guitar pedals, but do you have like any new guitar pedals or something you watch on the internet? I mean,
let me get one right here.
Look, I knew it.
Where is this? Oh, I put it on the, hold on 1 second, I'll be right there. Did you get this one?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Long story short, no, but I have the other version, the original version, and but they demoed it in my room. You remember that? Game Changer Audio came to my room and they played me with. I played with that. Me and Dave actually, Pensado too, and we loved all the new options. You know, because the original one has just basically one sound. You know, the plasma, the distortion. I love it. Did you try it?
I did. Yeah, I did. I love it too. Now, in my work, I don't often use fuzz, so it's kind of a rare thing. That's why it's not up and running right now. But yeah, the minute he came over and brought it and I tried it out, it's
wait.
amazing.
You actually connected me with them. Now I'm talking to you as if I'm explaining something to you, but you actually connected me. Wow. That's
yes,
incredible.
I did.
But listen to this. Did you try the Octaver? How do you say that? Octaver or Octaver or Octaver? So there's an option where they pitch they have the lower octave on that pedal. That sounds incredible.
Sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, I did try it. It's great.
Yeah.
And what a great company. I mean, he showed me a picture of the city. It's somewhere.
Latvia.
Latvia. And
Yeah.
he apologized that it wasn't that, attractive. And he showed me this picture and it looked like the most beautiful city I'd ever seen.
Did you know that I had him in my Instagram live, and we got a great conversation for 40 minutes about ideas and new pedals, and then his new synthesizer that is actually almost done with. And those guys are so inspiring. You know the story. They're all basically kids. So Latvia was in Russia when Russia was still a big federal state. Was basically the place where all the electrical engineers and electronic engineers were basically.
Really?
Yeah, we're basically so the state was basically growing, engineers in Latvia. So that's why now all these kids, all their parents are like electrical or electronic engineers, and they are too. They did. So out of 20 people inside Game Changer Audio, I think like 15 are electronical engineer or electrical engineers. So their game is top notch. Just take a look at the even how it's built. Even that pedal, it's not built as a normal guitar pedal. We know guitar pedals are generally built by hippies. People that barely know how to wire a cable inside.
And they're usually copying something that's been done before, like the Tube Screamer or something.
Listen,
Yeah.
these guys, they put together a synthesizer that uses the electromagnetic field around a small motor engine that spins and gets the electrical field and turns that into sound. So that already blew my mind but it actually works, and it's polyphonic. So to have the level of engineering to do that, these guys are great. So their approach is always like very thoroughly thought, and and then to see that how great he's able to speak English coming from and how they put also fun into their promotions. How they look. He's always dressed in a suit. He's always there's something going on there. I love it.
Me too. For us, we're very lucky because we get to meet these people. Like Paul Reed Smith, I don't know very many people at his company, but I know him very, very well. We are friends. And he's given me so many guitars, maybe 9 guitars. And I've done some promotion for him. I've done seminars. I've done videos. But I know him, and we talk. And it's so fun to be in this position where we actually talk to the people who are actually the main people at these companies. It's so lucky. Let me show you something.
Yeah.
I've made friends with Floyd Rose. Do you know who Floyd Rose is? I'm going to get his guitar and show you something really cool about it. I'll be right back.
Hold on, please. In the meantime, we're going to steal some secrets from Tim's room. His chair is clearly Herman Miller.
Well, no, it's actually a knockoff, but I'm working on this might be interesting to people. I'm really working on my posture because I spent so much time leaning forward. I'm developing some problems in here. And so now this is a new chair, and I'm getting my posture absolutely correct. It's so important not to lean forward.
Yeah.
And I'm here so often that I'm really working on it. Anyway, so I made friends with Floyd Rose recently, and a lot of people, they know the name, but they don't know that he's alive and well and happy. He's a wonderful guy, and he still drives a Lamborghini, but he has the new Lamborghini SUV.
The SUV, yeah, which I know perfectly. Yeah.
It's awesome. Anyway,
awesome.
Floyd shows up with his wife in his Lamborghini, and he brings me this guitar. It has what's called a speed plate on it. And what that means, there's this high bump right here, and it actually helps you pick faster. Let me just...
Yeah, but I understand, yeah.
Yeah, I have a gate on, so let me turn off my gate. Now, there's lots of ways that I hide noise. Oh no, there it is. There's lots of ways that I hide noise. The main way that I hide noise, because there's always noise on guitar. You know this. My volume pedal is like a gas pedal.
Like this. This is like really important. And then you actually never, I mean, I understand, obviously, just by judging what I hear, I understand that you have gates in your chain, but you never spoke to me directly like this about that. So I want to hear very well. Go on.
So when I come to your studio, I always bring a volume pedal, and I've always got the volume off when we're talking or when I'm not playing, because I'm hiding the intrinsic noise in the signal chain from you. There's always a noise floor in guitar, and what you want to do is just minimize it, so you never really hear it. It's always there. It can't help but be there, because anytime you plug a cable into an amp, it creates a noise floor. You know, whatever's in the room, in the system, in the electricity, in the humbucker pickups, in the whatever pickups. So I always use my volume pedal like a gas pedal. When I play a part, I open it, and the minute I'm done with that part, I go like that. Now, if I have delays on, just like then, if I have delays on, the delays trail over, so it's really great. So I pull the volume pedal back, but you still hear a little delay, so it's still very natural. But I'm always gating the noise manually with my volume pedal. Now, I have some high gain amps right here. I've been using my diesel lately, which is amazing. This VH4.
I have the same one in my studio in Milan.
It's still, I rediscovered it last week. Channel 1 is a great Fender tone. Channel 2 is a great Marshall tone. And then 3 and 4 are the great super saturated tones. It's great. But the noise floor is very high, especially on channels 3 and 4. For that, I use the standard gate in Pro Tools, which is their expander gate. It works perfectly. You just have to not set it too harsh. You get it right to where it's killing the noise, but not to where it's killing your signal.
Exactly.
So I just had a gate on and I turned it off. But I want to show you this guitar. It's called a speed plate, and it enables you to not sink your pick down too far, and you play better because you're actually hitting it really quickly. Now, what he's done that's really smart is the speed plate only covers this. So if you want to dig in like you've been used to doing for the last, 20 years or whatever, you just move over here.
You just need to move. Yeah, depends on where you play. I can feel it immediately. I can play a lot faster on this little part of the guitar because of the speed plate, because it's right up next to the strings. And then if I get annoyed by it and I want to kind of punch harder, do like a Nile Rodgers part, all I do is move to this section where the speed plate doesn't exist. It's brilliant. But the best thing about this guitar is he knows how to make guitars from all his years of working with Eddie Van Halen and all these people. What I want to say is that, don't you think that something so simple, an invention so simple, it requires someone that has so much experience with how to make a guitar, how to interface yourself with great guitar players, and not actually probably playing guitars, because, you can do wrong, you can fuck up that really wrong, if you don't know what you're doing, like by literally like 5 millimeters more, and probably it's not playable anymore, so it's just a question of like knowing what you're doing.
Well, and this is still a prototype. All these guys, Paul Reed Smith, Floyd Rose, they're constantly remaking their inventions. They never ever stop, and that's why they get so good. Floyd was a jewelry maker, and then
didn't know that.
No, he invented the Floyd Rose, and then he got really, really famous, as you know, in the early 80s.
Yeah.
And he licensed it. He realized that so many people were stealing the actual idea. They decided the smartest thing to do was not to sue anybody. The smart thing to do was to license it to everybody in the world. Yeah. So that's how they protected it. So he licensed it so that anybody could manufacture it as long as they gave him a fee. Mm-hmm. And that's actually was really smart because he's really kind of retained the income from this thing his whole life. But this new guitar that he makes, I mean, I have to talk to him. I don't necessarily like having his signature right there, but it doesn't bother me too much. But he's a really, really great guy. He actually quit. He made so much money from his original design. He actually quit and went back to college and he was in biotechnology. But that bored him. And so then he came back to the guitar business, and now he's making these again. But it's a prototype, but it sounds so good, and it's so easy to play. For me these days, I want guitars that are easy to play.
Yeah.
There's a question here. Hey, Tim, do you have any tips on improving timing? Here's a tip. If you're playing rhythm, make sure that your hand never stops. Okay, this is a big thing. Like if I'm playing a rhythm part, I'm either grabbing air, which you're hearing no sound, or I'm grabbing choked strings, or I'm grabbing the actual notes, but my hand is never stopped. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to turn off the delay. Bear with me for one more second.
Please.
Okay, no delay. So if I'm playing rhythm,
Yeah. It's crazy. You're always.
that's the way to keep a steady pocket. And you'll see every guitar player do it. Now, I might stop once in a while. But in general, if I'm actually playing a part, and a lot of these noises disappear, like I can scratch the strings when we do a song together and I go, you don't hardly hear those scratches. They just become like desirable percussion in the background. Doesn't bother you, doesn't bother me. So you only hear the actual notes I'm playing. A lot of that disappears. And you can either grab air or grab the muted strings. But just make sure your hand never stops. That's the best way to have a reliable pocket.
Thoughts on the PRS Silver Sky?
It's awesome. It's phenomenal. I mean, the neck, for me, the neck is a little too chunky. But at its price point, I did a video where I compared it to the real thing, to a real 65, and it sounds identical. If you go through my YouTube channel and you find the PRS video where I compare the PRS to a real 65 Fender, they sound identical.
Let me write down your Tim Pierce Guitar YouTube channel. So
yeah, they can just put my name in. It'll come right.
I just did it. Yeah.
So it's a phenomenal guitar. It sounds just like John's 64 Strat. The neck and the frets are not my favorite for soloing. I prefer a more, kind of like boutique guitar approach, like a Floyd Rose or a PRS. It's designed to feel like his vintage Strat. So the neck is really chunky and the frets are small. Great for rhythm. I use it. It's my most reliable. Like if somebody asks me, if you ask me for a Nile Rodgers part and you're sitting here, I'll pick up the PRS Silver Sky and it'll deliver. It's really smooth and even, and it sounds just like a vintage Strat. Now think about that. John Mayer and Paul Reed Smith spent a long time. They worked really hard, and they came up with an affordable guitar that basically equals John's favorite 64 Strat. And John, from what I hear, he has a warehouse full of guitars. He's got hundreds of high value guitars. He's one of those guys who has collected a lot. But his favorite Strat is his 64, and this is patterned after that. And it's really only $2,000, which is a lot, but it's a real great it's a great value.
That is great. So,
but I love Floyd. See, but that's another case where I got to meet Floyd. I know Floyd, and now it's so fun. It's so fun to work with these guys. Here, I have another pedal for you. Let me go get it.
Yeah,
okay?
please.
One more. Let me go get it.
Tim, you're the reason I became a studio and touring musician. Thank you for your work in between days. It's writing. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Well, it's a really fun thing, and these days as a musician, you have to wear a lot of hats, spin a lot of plates. But we all know that. Okay, so this is a very musical reverse delay, and you know about reverse delay. Sometimes it's hard because the timing is always a little off. This thing is actually musical. And check out some videos on it. It's called The Back Talk, and Dan Electro is a great company. Anyway, reverse delay, it's killer. I don't have it patched in right now, so
no worries. I'll check it out. Yeah.
Next time, I wasn't actually expecting to demonstrate stuff, but next time we do it, I'll patch this in and we can listen to it.
But it's just because I think a lot of people is bored and just want to buy something. And I mean, there's so many things actually in the past, and now that's coming out, that's great. So I'm buying something by myself, like small synthesizers, or it has to be small because to fit in a home studio, you can't really buy a 88 keys synthesizer or something. So
that's true. We're all reinventing our world. I mean, you already had kind of a spaceship. I call it my cockpit. This is my airline cockpit. you could call it a spaceship, but we're all kind of making them more ergonomic, making them have more power per inch. It's like, because if I set something, like my reach is only this far, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so you want to have everything that's the most valuable within reach. And as you said, size matters, because once you put something big here, that's taken up, and it's like, okay, you're going to go higher, yeah, but there's limited space.
100%. 100%. Tim, thank you so much for your time. And I mean, as we said, let's make it like a bi-monthly, thing, so we can always talk about something new. And it's cool because, like computers and synthesizers, the guitar world is constantly coming up with something new. We're all waiting for, like,
Totally.
I remember, like, literally before, the virus outbreak and everything, I was so excited about having finally the controller plugin for the Kemper inside my computer, that now you can finally edit. So basically I don't have to reach. Just talking back about the reach, I could stay on my computer and tweak the sound from the Kemper without only through USB cable, directly. So that was great, and probably they're improving on that. The aux amp came out, you remember, with the new firmware, with new plugins inside, to control your sound. And I mean, who knows what's going to happen just by plugging that new Capitol chamber reverb on the Universal Audio on a guitar. I mean, it's incredible. I don't know if you ever put that, but I mean, it's so, I mean, just by talking, guitar and this new like crash station to have in every session, a new distortion plugin that's really guitar centric in some way, because it comes from the H9. It's so great. So, I mean, it's exciting times, to there's no excuse anymore not to make a great record. I mean, probably each one of us has to work even a little bit better on how we play and the actual composition, because tonally wise, we have so many options, tone wise, that, we can basically do everything, so.
Yeah, you're right. You still have to have a nice piece of music and a nice song. It's true. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Bye-bye.
So, bye, Tim. Bye. Talk later.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Tim was always super generous with his time. Thank you, Tim, again. And let's make this become like a bi-monthly appointment with Tim, because he's getting so many new like stuffed toys to play with, and things, and also showing his guitar collection just by even just listening to him, and it plays his own guitars. It's incredible, so lucky. Ciao ragazzi, passo di nuovo all'italiano. Volevo dirvi anche che volevo anche dirvi che sto preparando, come vi dicevo, un miglior collegamento con Twitch, perciò veramente a giorni o a ore, insomma, quando arriva questo ultimo cavo, potrò finalmente fare dei Twitch live in maniera qualitativamente migliore, e questo si ripercuoterà poi anche attraverso tutte le registrazioni. Twitch Michele, esatto, Vincenzo. Perciò anche quando registrerò magari un video dove devo far vedere una cosa, l'audio arriverà direttamente dentro il PC, che poi registra sia gli streaming che il video recording. Detto questo, vi lascerei, così vado avanti a lavorare. Magari vedrete poi forse qualche novità anche riguardo Canova Records questa settimana sicuramente, la presentazione di un altro artista. E poi andiamo avanti così. Dai, a presto ragazzi. Ciao.